If you're talking, I can't. Thank you. Good morning. Can I get Kawan? Just have a seat. Kawan. I'll deal with it in just a second. Okay, no problem. Just give me 1 second. Can I get you to read the daily objective, please?
By the end of the lesson, students will be able to reintroduce to radio show expectations, gather factual evidence for chapters 1 through 5 of To Kill a Mockingbird, create a research the 1930s in order to create radio.
Okay, so you guys are going to be collecting evidence from chapters 1 through 5 of To Kill a Mockingbird. Research the 1930s in order to create what? What are you creating? A radio station or a radio show. All right? So I want to talk about really, really quickly what the expectations are for today's class. All right, here we go. The expectations. Mike, can you read expectation number 1?
Each show should have a title.
So each of your radio shows should have a title. Tony, can you see from where you're sitting? Can you do number 2? So each member in your group must contribute a detail to your radio broadcast. Number 3, Shantasia. Each show, excuse me, Mike, stay focused. Each show should have music from the 1930s. Absolutely. Eric, number 4.
Each show should be 3 to 5 minutes long.
Each show should be 3 to 5 minutes long. So when you're going through your radio show, you should be timing yourself to see how long it takes you. If it does not fit within those parameters, problems. All right? Number 5, Ronald, please. Stand up, come see. All right, so each show should show your understanding of events that have happened already in the novel from chapters 1 through 5. India, number 6. All right, be sure to include information about the Great Depression, what the causes were of the Great Depression, so there should be some part of that, or what life was like during that time period. We talked about that already, so I want to make sure that you guys include that in your paperwork, or in your show, I should say. Number 7, John Ted.
We should add elements of other news information such as breaking news, weather updates.
All right, so make sure that you include some sections in there, like breaking news. And I should be able to hear that in whatever that breaking news is. If you want to talk about the weather, you can feel free to do that. Any other updates to make your show interesting and real alive. And then last above all 8, if I could get everybody to read number 8 together, it is... I can't hear you.
Be original.
Be original. Listen, this is your show. Check it, excuse me. This is your show. Your show should be really exciting and newsworthy. This is your grade that's on the line. This grade is going towards your final examination grade and showing mastery of what it is that you're doing. So I want to make sure that you guys do your absolute best. Is that right? So you guys are already set up in your group. You already know what the expectations are. I'm going to ask you now to begin working diligently for the next 30 minutes we're going to allow you time to make sure that your radio show is together. And then we're going to start pulling you out group by group. Excuse me, if you're talking, you can't hear. If you're talking, you can't hear. Nobody should be moving a computer or nothing. So, in the next 30 minutes, we should be making sure, that you guys have all of your information. When we pull you out, you're going to be recording at that time when I pull you. Does everybody understand the expectations? Does everybody understand the expectations? Go to work. Everybody is diligently working, making sure that the expectations on the board are all met on your paperwork. In the next 30 minutes, I'm checking. So you want to take a part. Somebody has to take a name sheet. I don't know. So what we're asking if you look at the expectations. All right, you guys, can I get your attention really quickly? You're looking at the time on the board. Time is ticking down before we start our first group. So you've got to work hard and work smart. Let's go to work.
And the weather is really, really hot. But today, high temperatures reach 96 degrees. Please make sure you know what I mean? And back over to you.
No, she said 13.
You said back over to you.
They said 13.
You know what I'm saying? And then you come up with
I'm going live from Crossfire.
Exactly. So you guys got it?
Something like that.
Okay. So you got. All right. So tell me what you want to do right here.
I was gonna say, breaking news. This is Vesa from AVI SRS Sports. We are here at the Macomb County Sports Complex. We just learned that Jim Fetch has broken his arm in a football tournament.
Was it his arm or what was it? What specifically about his arm?
His wrist?
Was it his wrist?
Oh, his elbow.
Oh, it had just broken his elbow, and you said in
At
a
a football tournament.
in a football tournament. So what else would you want to say about that? I like the way this is starting already. So now you want to, what do you think next should happen?
He on his way to the hospital.
Okay, so you want to talk about the hospital, and then you want to tell us that, as soon as we learn more details,
We'll be back.
there you go. I think that would be fine. So do me a favor. Go ahead and add those 2 details that we just talked about, and then come back and let's read it again, and let's make sure that it sounds right and tight. Sounds like time. Give me some. I need it 3 times. There it is. Good. So, let me hear. I like that music. Okay, so this is gonna be what for you guys?
We were thinking maybe like when she like speaks, the music can be playing while she speaks.
Okay, so if you're gonna do it with the music playing while she speaks, it's gonna have to turn it down. So it's gonna initially have to be loud so that we can hear it, and then afterwards,
Yeah.
Okay, so then let me hear what you would say, like what the first lines would be of your guys' radio show.
Welcome to TKAMB Radio. I'm the host, MJ Mitchell. Today we will focus on the Great Depression and how many of our families have no shelter or money. Let's take it to Eddie Williams with the weather.
I bet.
Are we gonna say okay, bet? And we can't say that because they wouldn't have said that in the 1930s, right? And you could. So.
Who's group number 1?
So here's something that I think would be really, really, really cool. When she said, here's over to Eddie Williams for the weather report. So what I want you guys to do, I want you to say, and here's Eddie. And then you go ahead and say that. That might be kind of cool. Okay. So let's try that. Let's try that lead in again, and let's see what works with that.
You guys speak up too. It'll be
Yeah.
like this. Ariana, can you?
It's not even big. Like,
Okay, so do me a favor, enunciate your words just a little bit more and slow it down just a little bit, okay? Because it was running. So let's see what you got.
welcome to TKAMB Radio. I'm your host, MJ Mitchell. Today we will focus on the Great Depression and how many of our families have no shelter or money. Let's take it to Eddie Williams with the weather.
Today is going to be mostly sunny. The high is 86. So when you go outside, wear a short sleeve shirt, shorts and glasses. Keep a thin jacket. It may be a bit breezy. Back to you, Angel.
Thanks, Eddie. To see what the families are living like, I'll take it to Ariana Hernandez in Europe. How's it going, Ariana?
Good so far. Out here, children are laying on the ground with signs saying, "For children for sale." For sale. It is so sad for how society is treating them. Like, when will it end? May people have nowhere to go, no food to eat. Many people are dying from starvation. Back to you, studio.
Back to the studio.
Back to you.
Breaking news, Walter Cunningham is missing school because of the Great Depression. His family has a farm. Because of the weather conditions, they cannot grow their crops and make any money. That's all for today, folks. We'll see you next time on TK.
And then here comes the song again.
And then here comes the song again.
Here comes the song again.
You know what, guys? So let's talk about your whole broadcast, which is about 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes long, so I can get all you guys' attention. It is spectacular because we fit into what was necessary here, all of the criteria that we just talked about. We had a name of a radio station. You guys gave us supporting details from the story To Kill a Mockingbird, and I like the fact that you guys use TKAMB radio, To Kill a Mockingbird radio. You think I didn't know what those acronyms meant, so I liked that very much. You guys also gave me a detail about the Great Depression, something else that you learned about, which was very good as well. And then I also like that you added in other components, which we talked about too. The weather, which was a great little segment as well. All together tied up in a nice little bow, and it was original. Wow. Your grade's gonna be if everybody can do this and there's no stumbling and everything about it is just flowing. You think you should deserve an A?
Yes.
An A. Okay. That very well might be doable. I just need to make sure that you guys understand your line. So what do you need from me in order to make sure that you're successful? So you need, okay, so we can do that, a line paper, or would index cards work? Because I'm thinking if you had an index card, then you would know, and then you could just kind of like flip your card, which is what they used back in old television and radio.
Yeah,
they used the big cards, exactly, and they would do the cards. So let's get you some index cards, and that'll help you be successful.
Maybe we could just use like a big papers like this with all of our scripts, and just somebody can stand behind like this.
Well, when we go to do the next phase of what we're gonna do a little later on, which I don't want to give away the detail, you can use that. But for this part, for the voice recording, we'll probably just use the index card. Is that all else that you need to be successful, you think? Eddie, is there anything you need? Okay, so we'll get you index cards in just a few minutes.